our group again, and we are in our Corona quarantine here, and we thought we would check in with everybody and see how you're doing, and kind of just, today we're not playing a game, we're talking about different memories we have and different things that we are all experiencing here at ELA 55 Plus. So, having said that, Jim was smart enough to come up with some questions for our group.
So smart.
How about you guys?
Yeah. And so the question that he posed to all of us is, what is one of the most pleasant memories, one of the most pleasant surprises that we've had from working at ELA 55 Plus? And so, yeah.
I can start.
Okay.
Since I posed the question. When I first came on board, Susan had said, oh, this is very different from my job of working with kids. I said, yeah, that's fine. And I really didn't know what the job would become. I think the first perk right away was Tilly having a center dog here, and then next was how close-knit everyone was. Like, you felt welcome into a family almost immediately. I even joked with Kristen that it was a good thing we got married like right when I first came on here, or we'd have 500 seniors at our wedding just like hanging out.
I thought you were gonna find a senior.
No, well, I'm never opposed to that. The door's always open.
Not now though, the door's locked.
It's ajar. So that was one thing, and then when Kristen was pregnant with Cameron, we had like over 100 people here for a baby shower, and it was just to see how supportive everyone was. People still remember like when his birthday is and will ask me about it. So I think that was the most surprising and awesome to see. Like, it's a pretty large community, but we're not. We're really small and close-knit and welcoming. And I think that's probably my favorite part of being here too, is like you are immediately thrust into a family for better or worse, and everyone's so supportive.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I can probably piggyback on that. I thought when I first took this job too, it was, more social services aspect of it, and you're in an office and you're seeing people, but you're doing like, Medicare, Medicaid, and things like that, helping people find, different services. But then Susan throwing us all into, in a good way, like, we're gonna do Friday fun, and you're working, Friday night, and we're serving meal. It was like, because we're so hands-on we wear so many different hats here, it's not like, okay, that's not just your job, you're gonna do all these other things. It just made it so much more fun. Like, I had no idea how fun this job was gonna be. And these guys, of course, make it that way too. But all of you are like, it's like all of our buddies that we're having, like all of our, it's a really cool club, I think. Just didn't know it was gonna be like that. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I can speak to being the newest member, that, taking a job, you're like, senior center, well, you have a vision of what that might be.
Right.
And I'm just...
Throw that out the window.
Right, blown away at the diverse age range, diversity of the population, and you really are every day, new things are coming in and new members, and it's growing, and it has really been a wonderful, wonderful surprise to see all those wonderful new faces coming in. So
and just listening to you guys, so I have two major surprises, I thought. Number one was the first event I was here for, and I came from an organization where like the staff was there setting up, and we were there after the event breaking down, and it's brutal. Breakdown is just like, everybody knows, when you had that party and then you've got to clean up. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes doing that. But here
they do.
It is just insane. So say it's a Friday fun night and entertainment and we've already had dinner, bars closed, and the entertainment is over, and it is like within seconds, somebody, not usually a staff person, flips on the lights, and like a swarm of bees, tables are being broken down, chairs are put away, everything is done, and it's every single member, just all hands on deck. And I kid you not, 9 times out of 10, it's one of us just waiting here for the band to break down or the singer to break down their equipment. everyone else is gone. Within 20 minutes, the entire center looks as if we never had an event.
It's like, what
Which
party?
makes me
Right.
think that, yes, that that's what we're dealing with, is a bunch of people
Get rid of the evidence.
who had parties as youngsters.
Yeah.
And were really good.
I said, where were all of you when I was in high school?
Right?
That would have been great.
You want to take this trash home with me?
Yeah.
I can ditch it.
Yeah, so we're on to
Yeah.
you. So that was my first big surprise. My second surprise has definitely been the staff and the amount of talent within. As Lisa was just mentioning, you know, so here's how she presents herself is as a resource specialist, but little did you know how good she is at square dancing. But, and even like when I came
I had a
on,
feeling.
Lisa was working movies. She was once a month going to the movies and ice cream with the seniors.
Which was awesome. Missed that.
But resourcing wasn't even part of that. And you think about Jim, and Jim coming on from men's programming, and now he has all of these classes and tech, and Laura and craft, and you know, she came on as evening programming and resourcing and the amount of things. And I think about like Lynn Newmeyer, who was doing the bookkeeping and helping with lunch, and then all of a sudden she's teaching cooking classes. Remember the first cooking
Yeah.
class? It was awesome, but she was
Yeah.
so crabby leading up to
And
it
nervous.
because she was nervous. And by the end of it, you know, she was relaxed and laughing, but and then she
I've
loved
seen that.
teaching them. So it was just so fun and such a surprise to just look at the talent that we
Everyone
have.
does a lot of
So,
different things.
yeah.
Fun.
So there you go.
But we miss all that now.
I'm glad you brought up the cleaning because
Oh my gosh.
I think the first event, I'm like, so does this happen every time? And you're like, yeah, pretty much.
Hey guys, I'm over down the street. Come on over.
Yeah,
I gotta
come
go.
to our house for dinner.
But yeah,
So
everyone's
true.
chipping in, and we've seen that even
Yeah.
with this whole pandemic right now. We have
Oh.
more people calling in asking how to help
Yeah,
than people calling
that's
asking
been awesome.
for help.
That's
Right.
true.
And like
They're
this,
checking in on us.
right?
I've had that, like wellness calls to us. Yeah.
Like, I'm
"Oh,
glad you
calling
called.
you."
Actually,
You're on my list,
Yeah.
you know? That's awesome.
I think that's a really good point then to bring up too.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about pandemic and us and our new, you know, lifestyle right now, which, first of all,
Weird.
can I just say, I'm not hating not really having to dress up for work. It's, as you can see, casual Monday. So, there's a silver lining.
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's a good point too with like the wellness calls. Like everyone is struggling
Yeah.
right now, even if it doesn't seem like it. Everyone's handling it in their own way, and there are ups and downs. So if we can post a video or interact, or you know, we've had a few people call to order lunch, and we ended up talking to them for 15 minutes on the phone. You know who you are. That's good. I mean, it's good to have that interaction still, and everyone's craving it. I just hear,
Yep.
you know, that the immediate medical needs are being addressed right now, but no one's talking about the psychological needs, that people are being isolated, people that are used to their interaction. We're all creatures of habit, and we like our routines. We sit in the same place, we talk to the same people, we do the same thing, and now that's totally in flux. And so what does that look like, especially with no, you know, definitive ending date?
But that's
So,
the worst.
you know, if you do need something, or you know, want someone to reach out to you or want to reach out to us or vice versa, like don't think that anyone is coming out of this unscathed, that they're immune. You know, even the people that are chipper and upbeat are having rough days too. You just may not see it. So don't get down on yourself or think, you know, why does it feel like this is affecting me so much harder than other people? It's probably not.
It's
People-
affecting all of us.
Yeah.
And it's a roller coaster, I
And
think,
it's-
too.
And
you
it
know.
should be physical distancing, but not social distancing.
Yeah.
Right.
In the actual
I
meaning
agree.
of,
I was thinking about that same
Ooh.
exact thing, that
Yeah.
that's a bad word for it. Social
Yeah.
Yeah.
distancing.
yes, we still need that connection though.
Absolutely.
Right.
For
So
sure.
please definitely reach out and
Yeah.
And not just to us.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, reach out to someone that you think maybe they're experiencing it, and maybe even were, like, say, take for instance, Morning Movers. It's such a huge group, and you know, there's some really tight knit groups within that group. Well, maybe think about your tight knit group, and then going beyond and giving someone else a call.
Yeah.
yeah, create a phone tree.
And we really can't give out phone numbers or emails, but if you had somebody in mind that you wanted to reach out to, call us, because we can call that person and say, hey, maybe, know, so-and-so wanted to give you a call, is it okay to give you that phone number? And maybe we can connect you that way. You might not have people's phone numbers because you're just used to seeing them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you know, so, you know, that might be okay too, and, you know.
And we had Men of Genius last week who wanted to meet, so we made some calls, sent some emails, and we had, you know, 4 or 5 people that met at their normal scheduled time for a Zoom.
On Zoom, not
Zoom Men of Genius.
Yeah.
And we'll do better next week too, or this week, and hopefully have,
Right.
you know, a few more people and be a little bit more used to it. Yeah, there were some growing pains of people trying to figure out, how do I unmute myself? How do I
Yeah.
not
Oh,
share
it's
my
weird.
screen? How do I actually
The new
see?
normal.
Yeah.
Right.
So if anyone wants to do that, you know, I don't care if it's cards or whatever. There's a ton of ways
There's
to
different
connect,
ways.
Yeah.
even if it can't be face to face physically.
Pinochle is
Yeah.
also doing that
Yep.
online. They figured that out and have been doing it for the last 2 weeks at least. So, and if you need help figuring that out, if you've got a group in mind, you know, you can call us and we can help figure out those steps with you. That would be something we would welcome at any time.
Yeah, our Alzheimer support group that usually meets at the library met via conference call. So it wasn't video, but it was audio, and we all called into the same number. They set us up with that, and it was weird, yet everybody was so happy just to hear a normalcy of like your voice and what you're going through, and you know, what a hard time for caregivers right now who are, you know, home with their loved ones and don't have the daycares that are open, or other people that can come in and help them, or their loved ones that are in facilities and they can't go visit. So it was just really nice for them to be able to share those frustrations and ways that they're trying to make the best out of things too,
Mhm.
you know?
So who here is struggling at all at home, or, you know, just in general?
Guilty.
Let's ride the emotional roller coaster.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Even-
moments
yeah.
are good,
Yeah.
days are bad. Every day, I said
Yeah.
this, like I think something happened last week, and I'm not totally sure if it was 2 weeks ago or 3
Right.
weeks ago.
Time is so.
Every day seems like a week.
Yeah,
It's just like,
it's like, what day is it?
See, I thought last week went by really fast. The week before, I thought was painfully slow. I'm not sure.
Well, the first week was just like a shock. You were like, wait, what? What
Yeah.
is happening?
and weekends and weekdays, like every
Yeah.
day just seems the same.
Yeah,
Unless the weather's different, where
It's
like
Groundhog
today,
Day.
I'm not gonna go outside.
right.
Over the weekend, it was great to like go, and so
Yeah.
many people are outdoors just trying to get the heck out of their
That
house.
helps.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Or is it a
That
weekday,
helps.
or is it the weekend? It's
Right,
they
I
Yeah.
don't.
lap into each
And
other.
sleep.
Yes.
What is sleep?
Sleep, yeah.
Let me
I
know
thought-
when you get sleep, because
Right, like when the babies were little and you woke up at 1, 3, 5, and 7, I'm doing this now.
yeah.
Like, why
well,
is that happening?
I said to Jim this morning, we should have a newborn. No, we really
Yeah.
shouldn't. But
No.
We're
Yeah,
not, we're not
My kids are
considering that.
sleeping and I'm
No,
up
we
every
should
3
not.
hours.
Yeah.
that is, why is that happening?
Oh.
I'm like, am I hearing the train? What's going on? I don't know.
It is odd.
No sleep.
Because it feels like there's no routine. Like, it's
No
almost like
routine.
we've forgotten how to sleep. Like, what is our normal schedule like? What is our normal routine? So then you're just,
We need all to be re-sleep trained.
yeah,
Yeah.
you feel uncomfortable in your own skin almost. Like,
Yeah, and going grocery shopping, you're almost like, don't make eye contact, and the person's waiting for cheese, you're gonna wait until they move away from the cheese. It's just a very odd experience.
It is.
It's not fun.
But to your point, it's not social distancing, it's physical. Because
Yeah.
I do feel like people are not
You're almost,
engaging one another.
you're
Like,
almost afraid to say hi to people.
right, you're not allowed
Don't
to talk.
smile.
You know, right.
Right,
And even if you do, your mask is up, so you're not going
right,
to tell.
right, you
Now,
don't even know.
I'm having the opposite experience when I'm running at the Forest Preserve, because I will say before, I'm a pretty friendly person, I say hi no matter what.
She gives them a
Now,
hug, normally.
now, people are saying hi back, or
Yeah.
actually saying hi first, and there's more people.
Yeah.
But I will say, to their credit, everyone's doing a great job of keeping their distance, which is great, because otherwise they're gonna shut those down. But it was before, I would say 7 times out of 10, people aren't gonna say hi to me first. They're especially if they're walking. now everybody does.
I think outside more people are saying hi on walks
Yeah.
than they are in the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I
that's
mean.
what-
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely
Friendly
outside because they're
feel.
just so
Yeah.
happy to be like outside. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
people are way friendlier.
Like a person.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, right.
That I
right.
can give enough distance to.
Right.
Right.
And I'm not on a mission
Yeah.
for something, because I'm on a mission in a grocery store, A to B as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yes.
With the walks, I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's bonus when you get to see a senior on your walk. Shout out to Kazora's.
Oh,
I got to see
Oh.
them on their deck, and I'm on the sidewalk, and we're talking, and that's like so fun. When you see someone you know, it's like
yeah. Shout out to Celinda and Laura yesterday. I saw them on their walk. So, yeah.
super fun. And it was Wednesday when I saw Jim and Karen and I. Fun fact: every Wednesday at Sit and Be Fed or Morning Movers, Jim shows up with the same color shirt that Connie is also wearing for their class. So there's a mystery there how that works, but they
How
have the
does
same
that
color
work?
shirt. Well, apparently, inside scoop, Karen calls Jim when she gets here and tells him what color Connie's wearing, and then he immediately puts that color shirt on. Coincidence? I don't think so. But
That's
very fun.
hilarious.
So it was Wednesday, and when I saw Jim, I was like, I wonder what color Connie's wearing today.
Did we call? Did we find out?
We did not.
Oh.
Well, it was,
By the way,
Yeah.
if you're looking for exercise, she's on our YouTube
Yes.
channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exercise with Connie.
Yeah.
She just put a new one
And,
up
and
on Friday.
redo them. It doesn't matter if you did them before. Like, do them, a couple times.
Yeah.
Because,
It's
she'd be
a
doing
great
it.
opportunity to
Yeah.
give it a try.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no better time than now.
No one will see if you're doing the moves
Right.
right or
Yeah.
wrong.
That's true.
So feel
And the music is
comfortable.
fun, and Connie's fun. So
Connie's fun.
it's fun.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna throw another question out to you guys now.
Great.
Questions.
What is something that most people don't know about you? Boy, I just stumped the crowd.
I can speak on that one
Okay.
first.
And we
so-
want to keep it that way.
Oh, right, that's what this.
I have a tail. And now you know.
Truth be
Wow.
told, we all knew.
That's a tall tale, by the way. Ooh.
I have made people's wedding cakes.
Oh.
So yes, I have made two
Wow.
wedding cakes for people's
Weddings.
one friend and one family member. So I used to do before marriage and kids.
What do you think
Ah.
about
I
That
had
is
a lot
pretty
of time
cool.
to be creative and
I saw your Easter cake.
so many cakes, and then 2 wedding cakes.
That's quite
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow.
So
I was
that's-
gonna throw out there that I get on my roof to do the gutters, but.
Which we don't
Cakes.
suggest. Teaching the matter
Yeah.
balance class, not
Fall
a good
prevention.
idea, everybody.
It's
Yeah.
a ranch house, so, I mean, theoretically, if I fall off, it's not gonna be a big fall. Just spring up like a cat.
If it's taller than your height, it's a big fall.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely taller than my height.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, my most of my family would not be able to walk in my house.
Also a fun fact.
I am the
She's
rose
in a little
in
house.
my house, yes.
She's in a little house.
Yes.
It's like the mushroom.
Is that really going to be yours?
Jim's a little disappointed, I think.
Yes.
I like climb on my roof?
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, I have a good one, maybe. I don't know.
I'll let Jen be the judge of that.
Yeah.
It's better than the roof. My father-in-law was in my delivery room for the birth of my second child. So, yeah, that happened. And he apparently, you know how if you're induced and people can come and visit and, shout out to the Italians, but they all like to be there. So they were all there, and then suddenly it was time to have this baby. And, doctors are coming in and none of the family's leaving. They're all still there. Father-in-law behind me. Next thing I know, they're counting contractions. I hear his voice. Still there. Nobody kicked him out. This was in 1997, or 1999. So much for HIPAA. I mean, he was there.
That is insane.
And I said to my husband, what is your dad doing here? And you know what he says? He turns around and he says, Sudoku. Because that's what he was doing. He had a Sudoku book and he was doing Sudoku. So nobody thought that was weird but me. But yeah, that happened.
I think that's weird.
I think it's weird.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm in the, I think
It
it's
is.
weird party.
Yeah. Yeah. No social distancing there. I don't know. That would have been a good time to test that, but yeah.
So Jim, other than having a tail,
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that comes to my mind.
I mean, it's a doozy, but.
Right, but now everyone knows, so I gotta think of a new one.
Yeah.
I can clap with one hand.
Oh,
What?
one of those. Come on, show your talent.
I just had
You just gotta let it rip,
wow!
or you can go both.
Wow! It's so weird.
So much talent. As I was
Yeah,
mentioning earlier about the hidden talents.
Lots
of
of
our staff,
Wow.
I
Classes
do-
will be available soon.
Yeah.
I
Sign
did
up.
not
I
expect
just
that.
envision all these people home today trying to do this.
Give it a whirl.
First of all, go slow at first.
Yeah, stretch. Gotta stretch. Stretch.
Loosen it up.
There's an exercise before,
Yeah.
but it still doesn't
Take
work.
Connie's class.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Loosen up your wrists, and
I
then
mean,
just
I
let
can
it
bend
rip.
my thumbs back pretty far, but there's no
My
clapping.
son
Oh.
Liam can do that. I
The clap?
believe from watching you is how he first.
So you can learn it?
Well, sure.
We'll have to
I
work on
think
it.
that has something to do with being long and lanky. I do.
It helps.
Yeah,
It helps for sure.
which Liam is as well.
Yeah.
My two-
You look really cool doing it too.
And, yeah, that.
Maybe don't. This is a perfect time to try it at home, because in public, people will be really concerned.
Okay.
I'll try it later. That's weird. Can you do it with your foot?
Have never tried. Good question. I'll report
Okay,
back.
moving along.
Yeah, moving along. Let's see. What is your favorite memory of either 55 plus, or the strangest experience you've had?
Well, this is strange. Right now, right here.
Yeah.
This is strange. Not being in a seniorless center is like, you know, yet still feeling connected. I think that's our goal. That's why we're here. But this is strange. Who knew
Mhm.
we'd all be doing this?
I have two strange, yet really, well, one is a really good memory. So, first the strange one. You guys know this, well, at least you definitely know. At one of our events, somebody grabbed my behind. I thought, and intentionally, so.
A
that
Wasn't
senior.
anybody
A
in this
senior,
room?
not
Yeah.
somebody, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Don't. It wasn't us.
No,
Don't.
no, it was a senior, and I did call him out on it.
not
and
in
he
high
was
school. Yeah.
kind of like, oh, like you can't do that. So
Yeah.
thought that was very strange. And then one of my favorite memories was when we had a country like banjo jamboree here, and this was before Jim was on board. And just so you know, as Jim came on, part of our big plot was to bring more men in because very typically in senior centers there is not a large male population because they just think it's a bunch of senior women playing bingo. Well, needless to say, we've gotten rid of that whole stereotype, and there are a lot more men. But this was while we were working up to that, and we had a square dance group come in as part of our event, and it was like 99% women. And we were trying to get people out there, so Lisa and I were partners, and we would take turns being the male, because there's a very specific role that the female and the male play in
That's right.
square dancing. So we would just
You're the
go like
leader.
this, and then that would be your turn to be the male. And that was our mustache.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, we
Yeah.
had a great time.
We had a leader.
Fun.
Fun.
Clearly,
We always do anyway.
Yeah,
but
typically
it's
we
true.
are there to
Yeah.
be amused.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Right.
But-
But good point about the senior center, because it was a lot of like husbands kind of being brought in by their wives, and with that transition of Jim being here, it's like husbands are here a lot without their wives. Like
Yes.
he's, coming for different things. So what a transition that's been with
Huge.
how long
yeah.
Jim's been here.
I think
Yeah.
last time we checked, we had like a 33% male
Yeah,
participation.
Pretty cool.
Which is like the highest in the state.
They have found
So-
their home. Yeah, it's awesome.
All guys, welcome. Come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not right now, but
No grabbing though. Just keep your hands to yourself and come on in.
Yeah, please. And you know who you are. The guy walking around with broken fingers.
Yeah, the guy that can't do this.
I think my strangest memory was when we had laughter yoga, and I had never heard of that. And I heard laughing, but it sounded maniacal, like that is not a normal laugh. And I come out of the office and I'm looking around to see what's going on, and I see Om, our instructor, doing laughter yoga,
Om Jahari.
and I honestly
That's
felt
the soul.
like a screw came loose. Like I thought he had snapped and was just like
They're
in
going
the
to
process
take away
of having a mental breakdown in front of my eyes. And
Yeah.
I'm staring at him just like,
No,
is no one else seeing and hearing this? Like, is this a dream?
it's a thing.
That was, I can't even describe the feeling of just being like, this guy has lost it. Do we need to call 911?
Should I be doing something?
Yeah, I'm not laughing. This is bizarre. I think that's, and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, weird things happen on a weekly basis,
They do.
but that one sticks out as being especially odd. And me just not having any sort of idea of how to process what is happening right now.
I don't have any strange yet, any strangest.
Oh, we'll get you
I
strange.
know,
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
We'll
You're all
get there.
just so- You're all just so nice to me. I haven't had anyone do anything strange yet. But,
It's coming.
you know, memories, the first month that I was here was the fish boil,
Oh,
my first fish
that's a
boil.
big hit every year.
Yeah.
So seeing that many people come for that and talk about how much they enjoy it every year, and then I was my first Friday fun night, so people were like, come sit with us, come sit over here, we want to know more about you. So, you know, that was a good memory to just know that everyone is just so welcoming here and
Yep.
really want to know about you and take that time. So that was a great way to start out being a staff member here.
Good initiation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I tell people now that are new members, if you're wondering about the groups that are here and what they look like, I get that question a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell them to come to those bigger events, the Friday night fun nights, because the number is so large and impressive to see that many people, and you get a good glimpse of
Yeah.
the membership that's here.
Plus we have a cash bar.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that
Yeah. $2 beers, it's like back in college.
Hey, for you.
Actually, it was
Ow!
quarter beers. Actually, it was
Man, I
quarter
was in
beers.
Chicago. That was
I
like
know.
Oh.
$6 beers only. This
Well,
is great.
I went to school in DeKalb, so it was like, you know,
Yeah,
here's four
across
beers
the
for
street,
$1.
it's pretty cheap.
Did you guys ever
Yeah.
have quarter beer night?
No,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
Shout out
We're
to
old,
Duffy's down
yeah.
on Diversity. Quarter beer night.
No.
Did you play quarters?
I didn't like
Yeah.
Okay.
beer.
Connection. Just making sure. Woo, like quarters, what's that? Yeah. Phew.
You want
Alright.
to do any more questions?
Any more
or-
questions? Or I don't know what time we started.
Yeah, we can
Just
probably
fun
save
just-
them for later.
Yeah.
I think you've seen enough of us.
Yeah.
For one
Small
day.
doses.
Yeah.
yeah, that's as much as they can
In my
take.
head,
I can't wait for
playing
Jim to
everything.
stand up because I gotta see that tail, but yeah. Interesting.
Jim, stop it.
See you
All
next
right.
week,
See you
everyone.
next. Be well.
Miss you.